Hello everyone, welcome to Film Rush's YouTube channel. This is going to be a pretty short video because it's really just a presentation of a theory of mine. If you like videos about movies and nerdy things, consider hitting that like button and maybe the subscribe one if you're feeling particularly cool today. Though if you do, make sure you smack that bell because YouTube is weird. But anyway, you see, I'm here today because a lot of people love to throw around theories when it comes to Marvel movies. Especially when it comes to predicting what lines or actions will pay off and how. One of the most popular these days is how a big baddie in the Marvel Universe was perhaps planted in the movies we've already seen. This baddie I'm referring to is the incomparable Kang the Conqueror. I've been excited about this guy's possible presence in the MCU since before Thanos lost his head. Now, everyone's favorite thing to point to when talking about Kang entering the fold, and when the idea was planted, is this little gem right here.
You mess with time, it tends to mess back.
I present that such a moment is an indication of nothing, or rather, something we've already seen. Think back, just for a moment, what happens earlier in the movie? What little time-related thing messes back with the Avengers? Right, that thing. This is kind of a reverse plant payoff situation, sort of. We've already seen the payoff for what Tony is planting in this moment, but because we've already passed that point, everyone thinks he's referring to the future. Plus the "you'll see" line towards Cap in the clip doesn't help.
You'll see.
But he is referring to Thanos popping a squat in the rubble. So, what's my theory? What am I shouting into the void today? Well, I humbly present that Tony isn't the seer we think he is, but rather, someone else that has been living under our noses is. For that I present Mordo. This man single-handedly said things that were just as vague as Iron Man's lines, and may actually be a better source to project our theories upon. What do I mean? Well, Mordo is a sorcerer, as many of us know. He helped train Doctor Strange. This guy. Mordo is well versed in all things magical, even has his own fancy magical boots. This means he's studied and been a sorcerer for at least a long time. He even has a pretty close relationship with the then Sorcerer Supreme. This would imply that he knows a fair amount of stuff that the average magic user wouldn't, including time stuff.
Temporal manipulations can create branches in time, unstable dimensional openings, spatial paradoxes, time loops. You want to get stuck reliving the same moment over and over forever, or never having existed at all?
So finally, we're at the point of this video. Mordo knows a lot about time stuff, magic stuff, and what happens when you mess with said time and magic stuff. This context is important, because I'm about to play a banger of a clip that sold me on my own theory. Mordo predicted Kang. Not directly. I'm not presenting that he knows about Kang exactly, more that he knows that something like Kang is gonna come curb stomp our universe because of Doctor Strange's habit of playing with the pretty green lights. I mean, think about all the times Doctor Strange used it during his film and the events of Infinity War. Alright, so you're probably waiting for me to show you the penultimate proof, the clip that will cinch this whole thing. Well, here you go, you greedy nerds.
You still think there will be no consequences, Strange? No price to pay. We broke our rules. The bill comes due. Always.
That's it. Vague, right? I mean, I'm well aware that this is reading into things a bit, and it's not even the final word Mordo has in the film.
Too many sorcerers.
But I posit that Mordo is making two separate points with these two separate moments. I mean, heck, they're separated by the credits. And given that time travel in Endgame wasn't exactly time travel, it's more parallel universe hopping, I think the Hulk-flavored Infinity Stone is actually more likely to be what draws the ire of Kang rather than anything else. And while some people present that us fixing our universe with the Endgame heist was what drew Kang's attention, I think Doctor Strange leading to the Avengers' victory via his time stone prediction is what actually ticks Kang off.
Went forward in time to view alternate futures.
How many did you see?
14,605. How many did we win? One.
Or maybe it's the loss of the Infinity Stones in general. If you all remember, the Sorcerer Supreme gave us this little confusing bit right here.
The Infinity Stones create what you experience as the flow of time. Remove one of the stones, and that flow splits in this new branch reality, Without our chief weapon against the forces of darkness, our world would be overrun.
But perhaps I am wrong. I mean, Doctor Strange 2 is not very far away. And with that film, my theory may be crushed into so many pieces of Spider-Man dust. Only time will tell.